Hello everyone, good afternoon, actually good evening. It's 11:15 Swedish time. This is Aya from the Arab and the Manc. It's been such a long time. We are very sorry we went unannounced, didn't we? Say hello, my love.
Hello.
Who are you? Come on.
I'm good. I am Dennis, obviously, from Arab and the Manc.
Okay. It's been such a long time. Loads of things have happened. Wait a second. Loads of things have happened. Dennis is undertaking his final year exam because he's going to become... What are you going to become, my love, after you graduate?
I'm going to become unemployed.
Oh, for goodness sake. I've got my two siblings. I hope that I'm not going to lose my mind by the end of recording this episode.
No.
First of all is Mustafa here, or sometimes we refer to him as Tattawi. Here you go.
Hello. You already introduced me. I just want to make something clear. Do we only speak English in this podcast?
Yes. Yeah.
Or is it okay to break sometimes and because some words is like just difficult to explain in English.
You can.
If you say it to me, I'll translate for you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
But that's if you know the word.
Yeah, he will.
I'm
Stop looking at dresses. This is my little sister here.
Hello.
Her name is Ala.
I don't know what.
Sorry, she's just dumb as well. Ala, please be serious about this, else you will not be invited again.
Wow.
Mom is looking at us.
I'm not forced.
Right, okay. So today's episode, we were thinking about talking, since my husband is English and he's like having to deal with like a full-on Arab family. The subject of the episode...
Sorry to interrupt. But
Yeah.
Ala, just say hi.
I just
She
said.
introduced you.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Right, okay. I don't know. Do you want to give a brief explanation why we disappeared off the screen? What happened?
Because it was boring, mainly.
No, it wasn't. Things happened. Things happened.
listening.
Trauma happened in the family. Dennis.
We had a few things.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be like that, belittling. All right. So, Mustafa and Ala, I want you to roast Dennis. Just talk to him like you would on a normal day.
Well, you don't have to tell us. We already did that.
Okay. So, Dennis, today you are, as you can see, under the light. Okay. And we are going to ask you a question. So first of all, just tell us how was it fitting coming into like an Arab family? First of all, don't give brief answers. All right, it's an episode.
Well, it's all right. I got on with your role, so I'm.
Really?
You seem to think that I'm okay, funny.
We don't think you're funny.
I don't know about that.
Well, laughter says otherwise.
Yeah, but Dennis, I think I asked you how you feel about it, not how you think we feel about it.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel fine about it.
You feel fine. But just,
It's just the normal thing. It's just a family the same as any other family.
No, it's not.
No, we're not.
Occasionally, you speak a different language, and that means I can just zone out and watch the TV or something. I don't have to pretend I'm listening because I don't speak the language, so I can just zone out.
But
Yeah,
are you bothered by the fact that you're involved in a family that doesn't speak your language?
No,
What do you mean?
What do you mean? We
your
speak
language?
all the languages, darling.
I mean,
No,
the
you'd speak
origin
Arabic.
language.
Yeah.
You
No,
mean
I think it's
you
absolutely
don't?
fine. I like I say, it gives me time to zone out.
Is that
Why do you want to zone out? Are we boring
Well, do
you?
you know, like, no, I'm just like, if you're speaking to Ala, say, on the phone or something like that, if it's an English conversation going on, even though you don't care less about it, your ear still goes to it and you still hear the stuff that's going on and you can't help it. Whereas it's like watching rubbish on the TV that you don't have any interest in watching, like Love is Blind or something like that. But you keep getting drawn to it because it's in English and you can understand
insulting us?
So I can just zone out and just carry on doing what I'm doing. Like if I'm studying, you can speak away and it don't bother me in the slightest.
does it have to do with the fact that you're kind of introverted? Because I feel like you are.
You feel? Maybe it's a fact. He is the epitome of introvert.
Please, let him answer.
Yes,
Alright.
that helps.
Yeah.
That helps. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
I think actually that's a positive thing, with us, because you wouldn't have to speak, or you don't have to speak right now because you can't you can't be bothered by it. But if I was English, you have to speak to every single one of us and just start a subject. You have to be social.
Try to
you have
get
to-
No, but he doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't.
If you were English, he would be forced to do that.
Would you though? Would you though? Because you don't even do that to your own family. You sit and like you do nothing anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, we just watch the TV now. We don't do anything else.
All right. Okay, but I mean more. Just tell us about the challenges, okay? Tell us about the challenges that you feel you faced when you first came in. Like, is there things that you don't like, things that you prefer less? Like that. If you're not gonna give us proper answers, then we will just call it a day and speak about something else.
No, because there wasn't really any challenges. What challenges was there?
Really?
Like what? Name some.
Culturally, you are
Culturally, okay, yeah, like...
What do you not like? Just be completely
we're too
honest.
loud, for example.
No.
No.
Have you heard his sister?
Dennis, I'll give you an example. You wouldn't be that funny as we find you today if I wouldn't learn you these words in Arabic.
Teach you.
Yeah, teach you. So that's a challenge. You had to learn these words.
What, the swear words?
Oh,
Swear words. You shouldn't only teach you swear words.
Mainly.
Dennis.
Though.
Yeah,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
That's right. That's not funny. Dennis, focus with me. Look at me when I'm talking to you as well. What do you not like about Arabic culture? Some things that you don't like. Tell me.
I don't like when you have a wedding and you have to go into separate parts.
But with Arabic weddings? No, you mean you've been to my Pakistani friends' weddings.
We went when we were at Safes. It wasn't a wedding, but the engagement was separated.
Oh,
The
engagement.
engagement,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
sometimes it's
no,
like
not
that.
everyone is like that, but yeah,
Everyone,
okay.
but
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, all right.
I don't like...
Why do you not like that? Explain to us. Why?
Because, like, I'm literally going to a place where I know one person, and that person is then got to go into a different room with a load of other people.
What do you mean one person? You
You
know
don't
all
only
of
know
us.
Aya. You
No,
know me.
alright,
You
no,
know Ala.
yes. Where
Just
did you
confess
Where
that
did you
you
go?
miss
You
us.
you were in with the women with Safe. You were allowed to go in there.
Yeah,
with your
because they
sister.
asked me
I was
to.
left outside on my own.
They asked me
Let
to.
him vent. He's been
So-
carrying it in his heart for 3
Okay.
I
years.
was left on my own, wasn't I, Mustafa?
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I was.
But he made his best to like be with you.
Well, no. Well, it doesn't matter. You're asking me what I don't like. I don't like that,
Yeah.
for one thing. I don't like that you flavour the tea. Just give me English tea, please. Don't put cardamom in it. Or whatever else, other nonsense.
Can
you
I
put
just,
in it.
sorry, before you continue. Somebody told me as well, some of my English friends said, like when we've been to other weddings, they have said that they don't like the separation. When you're saying separation, it's mostly like Muslim people. So she said, or he, I can't remember if it was a woman. They said like a wedding or an engagement is a romantic thing, really, and they don't understand why they have to separate from their partner and each sit by themselves. But the reason goes, you know why, isn't it?
Explain again, I forgot.
Why do we have separate weddings?
Oh, so the women can take off the hijab and...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So the tea.
Yeah, just stop putting flavourings in the tea.
Okay, then is there like big things that bothers you? This, I don't feel like this is a big thing. It's not a big deal.
Well, there
The
is
wedding
nothing to
doesn't
be
happen
bothered
like
at.
every day. It's just a one thing.
Yeah, so no.
But,
Well,
is
if,
there...
if anything bothered me that much, then I wouldn't be in this relationship, would I?
Exactly.
So basically, before you were saying to my mom that she should shout at me because I'm not nice. So that wasn't real.
Say again.
Before you shouted it, you said to my mom, "Can she speak to me because I'm not a nice wife?"
Well,
That
that's to do with you. That's nothing to do with your culture.
All right, okay.
Roasted.
So you still think you still have that opinion? Is that so?
Sorted.
Sorry, we had to have a coffee break.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, aside the culture, is there anything, is there anything in us as humans, as human beings, Arabs, that you don't like? Don't know how the
There
house
is-
smells. For example.
Mustafa was going a beating around the bush, coming to this because he wanted to hear you say it again. Basically, what my brother is referring to is my mom put this like scented things. They're called
Oud.
bukhur, oud. And Dennis, what did he say? Just tell us your honest opinion. It's fine.
It stinks. It absolutely stinks rotten.
What does it stink like? What does it smell like?
No, you don't have to say that. But it's just funny, you know. Just hearing you
What
say
was it
stinks.
smelling before you said?
Well, I said it smells like a church. It smells like actually smells like someone's done a dirty in a church.
Okay.
All right.
But if you like it, that's what can I do about that?
Yeah, it's nice. We do it. It's fine. Mom was just waving at Dennis, telling him
Okay,
to wait for her
Dennis.
later. She's gonna beat him
Dennis,
for saying that.
how much do you like the Arabic food?
Arabic food's very nice. I don't like, this is another thing I don't like though, is that when we have a gathering that we have to be, instead of just having one meal, you have to get served, you have
5
to
or
serve
6
3
meals.
meals.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Well, we like
It's just because
food.
we're generous.
We're
You
just
like food, but
generous
you can only
people.
eat so much food.
Yeah, but we're just
So why
generous
make-
people.
so why
we're
make
not
so
like
much
the
that you're gonna
English.
then
You
throw
guys
away?
are poor. That's
Dennis,
why.
also because of the
Oh my
gossip.
god.
And I don't,
Arab people talk a lot, you know. If let's say Aya invited her friend
Yeah,
Fatima and
it's culture.
anybody else, and you know, I'm not saying these 2 friends are like that, but you know, in general, if she had invited 2 friends and their family, and then you just served you guys just one meal, there would have been gossip about
But
that.
the thing is,
Why?
the thing
Because
is,
Arab people are like
Dennis.
well,
let me just
but
say.
that makes no sense. You're eating food, you can only eat so much food. Why then, it just gets wasted.
that. Yeah,
Or it
because
becomes second, or it goes in the fridge
Yeah.
for a day,
Yeah.
2 days, and you're eating
Yeah.
the same food for 3 days.
Well, why
Oh,
don't you
Dennis.
think about it like tapas?
no, Dennis.
Yeah.
Look.
No, it's
You're
all
very-
the waste afterwards.
Dennis,
No,
And the amount
we,
of pots you've got to
we
wash.
still eat it.
that's very logical, okay?
Oh,
But
say you're bothered
in
about
that
that.
thing, Arab people are not logical.
This
They're
is
not just, you know.
Have
they
you
just-
have you read in university root cause analysis? Has any of you?
No.
Dennis, it's
Where
kind
you
of
have
like
to
a
find
show
the
off.
reason, like
Honestly,
why,
it is.
why? This
That's
is what it
how-
boils down
that's
to
why
because
it's
he has
like
to watch
that.
the pots.
In that way,
I know,
it's kind
but,
of a show
but
off.
I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't get that in any culture, just showing off just for the point of it.
It's not showing off. We're just
It
like
is.
no.
Did you think about it the same way when we were in Italy?
Yeah,
And they had like
they literally
several
bring
things.
so many things. The
I don't
antipasto,
see the
the
point of it.
Well, we ate all
But
of
yeah,
it.
exactly, that all got it. But when if you make so much that it cannot physically be eaten, then what is the point of
Well,
it?
if you have 4 meal promise, you
So,
can do
so
that.
your problem is not that it's like 3 different kinds of.
Your problem
meals.
is
Problem
waste.
is with the
Yeah, it's
amount.
waste. It's the
Okay.
Oh
it's the
yeah,
amount.
that's
I'm
fair
sorry.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. Waste. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
problem,
well,
definitely.
Yeah, we think the same way about that.
Yeah, but what can we do? It's just, it is what it is.
Okay,
Anyway.
Dennis, actually, I have a question for you. I don't know if I'm changing the subject now. What was the subject about?
It was just like how Dennis fit in the Arabic culture.
Okay, Dennis, I have actually a question. Before you met Aya,
The Manc.
before you met Aya, how old were you, approximately?
30, was it?
30. Okay. In these 30 years, what is it that you've learned about Arab people?
Not much.
Not much.
What?
Hardly
what
anything, because like when I was in school, there was no Arabs.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
What
we had
were they?
no, we had a couple of.
So life was boring.
We had maybe in the year that I was in, I think there was like 125 people in my year at school.
Oh my god.
That wasn't
Oh,
that
in
much.
Not in a class, in the
Not
year.
that much. Yeah.
And I would say maybe 10 were Pakistani,
Yeah.
and then the rest all English.
Okay.
You
so-
had the odd, like we had a German kid and
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Polish kid or something like that, but that was
Yeah.
about it.
Other whiteys.
Yeah.
All right. So. If
So
I
you know
say-
nothing about Arabs before.
No.
Okay.
What about when your
Where-
team got taken over by us?
Yeah, but it's not like a new Sheikh Mansour, he didn't move next door to me, did it?
Okay, Dennis. what was the stereotype you had about people like Aya?
Shall I tell?
There is no.
What did you say to me when you
What was the
first saw my
stereotype you
picture?
had?
What did you?
She said, I can't remember what did I say. I forgot.
You-
now.
Because
Something to do-
Aya,
Because like the only Iraqi person that I knew was
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein.
Oh,
So I said like I just imagined Aya to look like Saddam Hussein with a smaller moustache.
Oh.
and what was the verdict?
Yeah, he was very beautiful, man. He did have a bit of a moustache. Only joking.
No. Honestly, wallah. You were different a couple of years ago.
How?
You were.
How?
You know, you look much better today.
What's you trying to
just
say?
being honest, wallah.
All right.
Allah is the same.
Should I
As well.
say? Well, we both had our mustache. And, you know, it was green.
It was green, yeah. We used to
Yeah.
leave a little bit of residue in here. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you want to ask us questions now? We were done asking you.
I'm not done, but you know. You
No,
could
go on.
go.
No, carry on. I've not got no questions.
No, because
This is the grilling of me.
No, I'm just saying that, Dennis. I'm just saying that, in case there would be a question, I would just ask it, you know, to you under the podcast.
Yeah.
But right now, I want to hear a question.
Well, then
from
tell me about what it's like having an English person in the family.
Very boring.
you. You know what? Actually, it wasn't as I expected it to be, because I thought, you know, this man is a very modern man, probably because he's English. You know, he probably have, you know, as Arabs, we have some limits in stuff, especially in relationships. So I thought you were the guy, you know, that didn't care about any, you know, you didn't care about that much, you know, just a guy that enjoys life, you know, probably hangs out with his friends late at night, you know, doesn't care what he eats, just stuff like that. So, but as soon as I, you know, started to getting to know you and hanging out with you, I feel like you're a bit more clever, actually, more, you know, wise, and not stylish.
I think it's only
Dennis,
Dennis,
please.
not the...
Let's go do makeover, please, Dennis. When you finish university.
Dennis, that's not the insult. I'm just being fully honest. Yeah. So what I mean by that, you know, stylish is the person that follows the modern.
يعني he's
clothing.
traditional.
Yeah. So that's not an insult.
I'd call you a sheep rather than stylish.
You call me sheep. How's that? I mean, what does that mean?
Because just following the fashion makes no sense. It's not.
Don't call my
we
brother
don't
sheep,
follow the
all right?
fashion.
Don't be calling my brother sheep.
It's not following fashion.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not following fashion though.
Okay.
We just wear whatever we think is nice. We're just
Right.
stylish people.
And when they start making full length pants again, and that becomes, and in 5 years that'll become the fashion again, you'll go back to wearing full length pants, and then you'll burn all the pictures that you had with your pants halfway up your legs.
If it really bothers you, my brother's pants. Leave
No,
him
it doesn't-
alone. He's a
No, it doesn't
teenager.
bother me.
I don't
You-
know what it's talking
You
about.
bought me a couple of pairs like that, so it's,
Because-
I have to just pull them down a little bit.
Because your trousers are a bit.
Dennis, I don't pull down my pants. I don't do that.
Huh?
I don't pull down my
Not
pants.
pull them down. I'm saying like you have them above your ankles.
A bit baggy.
No, like the short.
يعني slim fit.
No. He said because it's short.
Yeah, because some of your ankles shows.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
Wow.
Right, my bad. Yeah, okay.
He's even focused
Yeah.
about that.
Dennis, oh my God, you're horrible. Don't say that to my brother. I feel
Why
sad.
he's calling me unstylish? I'm calling him unstylish.
But
He
it's not-
didn't.
it's not an
It's not an
insult.
insult.
Huh?
I think
It's not an
some.
insult. But people can wear whatever they want to wear.
Yeah, so why are you being like that?
No,
then?
people can't wear whatever they want to wear.
Yes, they can.
They
No.
can't because otherwise, what are we gonna laugh at? You know, we have to be above at the top of the chain. You know the chain, the food chain, how it is. We are above everyone with our style. Dennis, tell us, are we stylish people? What,
Most of the time, yeah.
Dennis?
You just said no.
I think you two are, yeah.
Who?
I'm not sure about Mustafa.
Oh,
Yeah, all right.
sure, buddy.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. What else? What else do you want to talk about, Dennis?
I like the
What else?
DC shoes though.
Do you have a question to ask us now?
I just did.
That is just one. We've asked him
What did
millions.
he ask?
He said, "What do you think about it?
I didn't give me a response.
I don't remember the question.
What do you think about like having an English person in your family?"
Oh, well, I don't know. It was different at the beginning. In the beginning.
Why?
Well, it was different because يعني, I only knew how Swedish people are. But then I met Dennis, and of course at the beginning it was difficult for me because he also had this شنو dialect.
Accent.
Yeah, he had this accent, and every time I go to England, still, even now, I need at least a full day or two until I start understanding what
Mustafa,
you're
what
saying.
about you?
I just said.
Do you
Otherwise,
understand him
I
though?
think Dennis is different.
No, I can't actually
Yeah,
find
Dennis
a
is
hard time
different.
understanding.
He
your
makes it
accent,
funny.
honestly.
He, you know.
I know.
Even
I know you're
Fatma
trying
says the
to.
same. A lot of my friends say the
Dennis,
same.
Yeah.
I know you're trying to break, the accent a bit, just so I can understand, but it's still hard for me. It's not because I
Well,
can't hear
yours
you.
I can understand,
you
but
talk
your
clearly, but
family's.
I find it hard to understand you actually.
Yeah.
Most of the
No.
time.
I don't know. I think Dennis is easy to understand. But when I
Yeah.
go to Manchester, oh my god! And
I
you know,
know.
there's a lot. Everybody gathers in your mother's house. So, oh my god, it's really terrible for me the first day. But then I start to get into it.
I can understand your mother, Brenda. Yeah.
Brenda speaks slow, so
Yeah.
that's why we can understand her.
Yeah.
But the others,
Sean as well.
especially
I
on
understand him.
Christmas Day, oh my god, everybody's
actually.
talking.
Actually, the one that I understand the most in your family is your brother,
Minno, Sean.
Sean. Yeah.
Well, I've only met him once.
Have you really?
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
No, I mean.
You've met
I
him a few
haven't-
times.
Yes, I have, but I just mean I haven't like.
Sat down and had a
Interacted.
talk with him
Yeah.
like with the others. Okay. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. How was it for you, like in the beginning?
How was it for
was
me?
it hard? Was it hard to understand his accent? Moving to England, you didn't
Moving
like
to
that, did you,
England,
love?
I hated it. I absolutely hated England, and I still don't like 100% sorry. Like, no offense to the people, I love them, but I don't know. I just don't feel it's for me. You know what I mean, mate? It was really different culturally, even though I had lived like in a European country. Couldn't fit in with the lifestyle of people, but that's also I think I didn't really have like my شنو يعني my circle basically was just like my family. I didn't know others, and then I hung out with you, and your friends were very different. Like, it's something that I've never been exposed to, and I felt like that. I feel like I couldn't fit in. That's how it
Like
is.
he was an outsider.
I was an outsider. And I felt like no one was understanding, and I just kept thinking, oh my god, I can't really deal with this. But I feel with time I start to learn just how to fit in better. I don't know. I just
Okay, then I have a question for you. If you don't find bigger issues in your in the family that you're connected to, the Arab family, would you have imagined yourself living in an Arab country in the future with Aya? Like we've spoke about it, I've got reservations, definitely. Just because it's such a different way of life there.
Yeah. I
But
think it's a lot different.
I'd say
Way
it's a lot. There's a big difference if we talk about 2010. But right now, most of at least the Gulf countries,
they're
Qatar,
really different
UAE,
now.
Saudi Arabia, most of them, you need to talk. You need to have the English language. You need to
but
speak it.
it-
Yeah, it's not so much the language; it's just the lifestyle.
The culture.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have
That's
to go
also
there.
changed,
We have
actually.
to go there so you can see, because you see on TV and like you have a wrong perception, just like I did when I came to England about
Well,
the
it's not
English.
the same thing, Aya. For example, like I do visit you in England, يعني a lot, and I do يعني how do I say? I do accept Dennis and all of that, and I like to hang out with him. It doesn't mean that I would consider moving to England. I don't like that country.
Yeah,
I don't
but
like living there.
You've been though. You've been. Dennis haven't been. That's the difference.
Yeah, but I even said that before.
There's normally, are you a kind of person that builds up an imaginary picture or stereotype in your head, and whether if you go to that country or not, you still have the same picture of the country, or do you let yourself No, I mean once you're there, Feel you'll
Mm.
enjoy it. But there's one thing going there for a holiday and spending a few days as well, than actually living in a place. Of course, but obviously you can You can go to a place anywhere and enjoy it for a few days because you enjoy. You go when you go on a holiday, you go in there and you're doing everything that you would not normally do in a normal life.
Would
You
you?
know what I mean?
Okay. Would you be able to? Would you want to move to such a country just for a couple of months and then move back if you don't like it, just for the experience?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Well, it's just like, you know, you have to.
But you say it like you want to move there, right? But you haven't lived in a country like that either.
Yes, but I think I'm just up for a change, okay, right? And I'm thinking about the future, about like job opportunities, and I've told you a million times. For me, I would like just to. I don't like the fast lifestyle that Europe provides, and I feel even though there is a job and things over there as well that you have commitments is what I wanted to say, but the lifestyle is better because do you know
How
what I
do you know
mean?
it?
I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
have a
yeah.
feeling I can see.
Tonight's gonna be a good
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
You know, like the finishing work, going for a coffee, going to see other people. You don't have to plan it.
I think it's
a
the
month
social
ahead.
life.
The social life.
It's
I'm just
very different.
I
I,
just
also like it,
Yeah.
even though I've lived there and I didn't like it that much.
But
Well,
then,
I think it's-
our experience was different, me and yours.
yeah,
Well,
but you were
well,
younger
I
and
loved-
you
I
kind of
love
like
living in Jordan, for example. But I think it's just about time and also, I don't know. It would be different to try now. So
Yeah.
I would
I think-
definitely consider
yeah.
moving there.
I think me and your experience would have been different if we, let's say, moved there now. With
I know,
me.
that's what
It
I'm
would
saying.
definitely be different.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, before wrapping it up, would you consider moving there?
To which country?
I don't know, just like a Arabic
I
country.
actually know. I've told you guys that's my plan.
Oh yeah.
So yes, of course.
Okay.
And I've been there a couple of times. I know vacation is different, but we've also been there a couple of months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
So,
Dennis.
yeah.
you've been a couple of months to that country, but you've lived in another country, like a neighboring country, for years
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Dennis.
I mean, if I had to go with IA, then obviously I'd give it a try. But I certainly won't look forward to it.
Okay.
Of course, negativity.
Negative. It's just an honest answer.
Okay, my love, that's fine. You need to try it before you judge, okay? Like everything else in life. For me, yes, I would like to go there. I would like to live there because the older I get, the more I want like to connect to my roots. Even though I grew up in Europe, lived my adult life here as well, but I just feel it's time to like head back there. Yeah. What about you? Did you say that you would?
Yeah, I would definitely.
Okay. Well, thank you all for listening. And we'll meet you again. We're going to release this episode tomorrow because we haven't spoken to you in a long time. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, and tell us your opinions.
And tell us if you want. You can just give us an example of what subject you want us to talk about in the next podcast.
And if you want...
we are there,
but we could do this online. So if you guys enjoyed having my siblings there, let us know. If you want us to kick my husband out, the English, so it's just
kick him out,
Arabs.
Please.
All right. Until tomorrow. Until we see you next time.
We're not.
Bye-bye.